Hey guys, it's Game42 and welcome back to episode 42 of Leeds United Career Mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 more games to play, the first of which is against Everton. That's an away game in the league for us, then West Brom, followed by a game against Newcastle, so hopefully get all 3 of those games in today's episode. Before we get into things though, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with the first game straight away. This is the team I'm going to go with for the first game against Everton. Slightly changed, usually I go for that formation, and I was tempted to do that again, but we're going to go with this formation this time round. We've got Bailey Peacock-Farrell starting in goal, then we've got Eiling, Janssen, Arvidsson and Taylor as my defenders. Vieira, Broadcut, Barrow, Snodgrass and Roof as my midfielders, with Armstrong up front. No Berahino for today's episode. He's still out injured after he got injured in the last episode. And in the last episode we also had some more realistic results, shall we call them. And yeah, we're going to wait and see what happens in this episode. Still legendary with the sliders kind of tweaked a little bit, but we'll wait and see exactly how that affects the gameplay. Because obviously we had 2 losses last episode, but that's fine because we were wanting realistic results, realistic gameplay, so I wasn't too bothered about that. But yeah, we'll wait and see what this episode brings, basically. Started Snodgrass for the first time in a little while now. He's been out of the team quite a lot. He's been struggling to even get on the bench, but he is in today's team. So we'll wait and see how he gets on in centre attacking mid. Hopefully has a good performance there for us. We don't really have an out-and-out centre attacking mid, so maybe he's the option for us in that position. Let's wait and find out. Oh, it's through Ross Barkley. Good save. Can't get the next one. We're losing the game 1-0. 11 minutes in, Ross Barkley with the goal. Obviously the deflection was a difficult one to defend, that one. Obviously initially he gets in behind the defence, which isn't good enough, but when he saves the shot like that, you can't really prevent the rebound in that sort of situation. So losing the game 12 minutes in, it's disappointing, not really put up a fight at the moment, and yeah, this might be a sign of things to come at the moment. We do need to try and create some more chances. Not created one yet, so hopefully that will happen soon. Just need to keep hold of the ball a bit better. And I lose it just there. Need a runner. We don't have anybody running at all from midfield. It's such a static attack at the moment. That was nearly a chance for us to break them down, but it's not come to anything. Roof. Nah. Oh, it's fallen to Armstrong. That's poor, and so is the shot. What is that? That is dreadful. You would have thought a centre-back's kicked that. What sort of technique is that? Oh, that is rubbish. That's our first chance of the game. We've got to score it. When you get that sort of chance, the computer always score it, and we haven't. That's it for the first half. Still losing the game 1-0. Could be 2-0, could be 1-1, could be 2-1. I mean, it really, anything other than in our favour, I suppose. I mean, it could really be 1-1. We probably should have scored that with Armstrong. Very disappointed. We'll have to make some changes now, though, I think. Not many, maybe just one, but we'll wait and see who we've got on the bench. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give ourselves a bit of a focal point. Decara's going to come on. That means we'll take off Snodgrass. A little bit harsh on him, but it's not his sort of game. It's much more fast-paced than what he's capable of producing. So Armstrong's going to go in behind Decara, and like I said, Decara's going to go up front. Give us a bit of strength. We have lacked that up there. Armstrong just gets smothered every single time. Too easy to intercept. Hopefully Decara is going to play that role nicely for us. Let's wait and see what the second half brings. I've also changed the sliders slightly, and I really mean slightly. I've put it down like 2, I think, and that was it. And saying like, you know, there are sort of 8 or 9 sliders which we're using at the moment, so to have only put it down 2, or changed it by 2, I think is okay, to be honest. I've not made a huge change in difficulty, just a slight one, because I felt that it was more difficult than I'd expected and more difficult than usual. So I'll wait and see what happens in this second half. Come on, Barrow. This is already much better. Looking to sneak in. Barrow on his left foot. Oh, falls for Roof though. Gonna look for Decara in the back post, and it couldn't find anybody in there. I don't think it was ever going to get to Decara anyway. Yes, Vieira, brilliant. Great strength from him. Onto Decara. He's going to hold on to it nicely. Still going here, Decara. Oh, that's a penalty. We'll take that. I thought he actually was going to play advantage. I thought he was just going to play on there, to be honest, but he doesn't. He gives the penalty. It was from behind, but it does actually get the ball. So maybe a little bit harsh, but it's probably the follow-through there that's given the penalty away, and we'll happily take that. 30 minutes left. Who is going to take the penalty, though? Is he our best penalty taker? Yeah. Okay, so this isn't good. How are we going to do? Armstrong. Yes! Oh, so close. I thought it hit the post. So we'll take that. It's 1-1. We're right back in this game. 30 minutes to try and rescue ourselves. Maybe even all 3 points. We'll wait and see what happens. And we might make another change, I think, now. Yeah, we'll make the final 2 changes. Delph and Sacco coming on. Roof and Barrow coming off. Not seen anything of Roof, really. Other than, did he win that penalty a second ago? Maybe that was his only thing he's done. But Delph's going to go at centre attack and mid. Sacco on the right-hand side. 30 minutes left, and we've made all the changes now. Let's see whether we can nick ourselves a win. That'll be a very good win against Everton. We'll wait and see, though, what happens. Sacco's through now. He's got him behind Baines. They're struggling for pace. Sacco isn't. Does he have the finish? No, it's saved by the goalkeeper. That's what he lacks, really, Sacco. When he's through on goal, he doesn't quite have the final product to score. And the corner wasn't particularly good. Everton's going to try and rescue it and head to the completely wrong way. Here we go. Everton on the attack with Baines on the right-hand side. Gone for the cross, or just about headed away there. I think that's Eiling at the back post. Done a fantastic job. Could have easily got on the end of that there, the striker. 15 minutes left. It might finish 1-1 at this rate. It really will. We are cancelling each other out at the moment. And that's a red card, surely. Is that a second? No, he didn't get booked at the penalty. Just a booking for him. Wow, I thought it was going to be a second yellow. Surely he would have got booked for that penalty, though. And it's another similar sort of challenge, just from the side this time round. But he does get the ball, just again, kind of goes through the player a little bit. Let's get this one in. Oh, again, can't win the header. We never seem to win headers. Vieira. Oh, it's through to Delph. Is he onside, though? Delph shoots and saves. And I think it was onside, actually, bad looks. But it's been given as a corner. Vieira to cross it in. Anyone in there? Bridcut walls, but Bridcut's not really going to threaten their defence too much. Oh, Delph. Still going to look for the space to run into Delph to shoot, and hasn't got the finish. It's the case with quite a few players that we've got out there, sadly. Seems like Berahino's, I mean, obviously he's our best finisher. It just seems like he's our only finisher at the moment. A lot of them really struggling to hit them from anything outside of the box. Maybe that's the sort of player that we need going into the summer transfer window. Delph, can he produce from the edge of the box this time? Goes for it. Oh, so close, and that's it. We've drawn the game 1-1. The final shot wasn't even on target, sadly, from Delph. Probably a fair result, thinking about it. We've had, obviously, much more chances in the second half. But I think, again, it was quite an even game, to be honest, overall. They had 4 shots, 4 on target. We had 7, but only 3 on target. So, yeah, 1-1 was probably a fair result. Quite a nice, realistic game as well for us, which is always quite nice. We'll move on to the next one now against West Brom and see how he gets on. Struggling, obviously, to pick up points now that we've made the difficulty much harder. But yeah, we'll wait and see whether we can get all the points going into this next game in about 6 days' time, I think it is. Okay, so that draw puts us just 2 points in front of Spurs now. They had, I think we actually had a game in hand. We were 1 point in front of them before that game. Obviously, with that draw, we go 2 points in front of them. Let's do the player development, and we will, I think, go with these exact same 5 players again this week. Trying to get them going up. I think Aaron's went up last week, and we've also, I think, had Wilson go up recently as well. But nothing particularly exciting this week, so we might well change him going into next week. I've been scouting, and I'm currently scouting as well, a few players at the moment. We've obviously got Andre Gray here. We've got a scout report back from him. He's a player I've been looking at, really good finishing. Could be a nice alternative sort of player for us. Demarai Gray as well, another player that I think we signed last year. I'm pretty sure we did with Andre Gray as well. We signed him last year for the Leeds career. But looking at them again, there could be decent contributions to the team, obviously. But we'll wait and see exactly whether we need them or not. Zinchenko's a centre attacking mid, which I'm looking at. I'm a huge fan of him on my Man City career, which I do off camera, and he is a really good young player. So we might look to try and bring him in as well. It just depends on his sort of wage demands and that sort of thing. But yeah, let's crack on now with the West Brom game, change around the team, and see how we can get on. Okay, this is the team I'm going to go with for the game against West Brom. Again, Bailey Peter-Farrell starting a goal. This time Berardi and Jason Denayer come into the defence with Arvidsson and Taylor as well. Bridcut, we also got Cook and Delph as well in playing of that 3-man midfield. Obviously back to this 4-3-3 formation. Sodras on the left-hand side, Chris Wood up front with Roof on the right-hand side. That's the bench I've gone with. Vieira, Dakara, Barrow, Sacco, Armstrong, Angelino and Janssen make up the bench. And yeah, we're hopefully going to see how that gets us going. Chris Wood going up front, because obviously West Brom quite a big physical team, so I didn't really feel like sticking Armstrong up there was really going to work. We saw that in the last game, that he struggles up against quite a bit of strength, so we'll wait and see how that works out for us tactically. Hopefully the 3-4-3 will work as well, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how West Brom cope with us. Snodgrass as well, trying to get the crosses in from him, same with Roof, obviously into Chris Wood, so hopefully that works, but I'm not really too sure what to expect for the West Brom team. So here we go, the second game of today's episode, another away match for us again. Hopefully we can play a little bit better in this one. The first half wasn't particularly great in that Everton game, so hopefully we can be better than we were in that match. It's not a good start from Bridcut though. Bad foul there on the West Brom midfielder. Oh, okay, Chris Wood's injured 4 minutes in. So that's my plan out of the window straight away because he has to come off. Cheers. Yay. Another well-made game. Fantastic. The carrot's going to have to be then. 5 minutes in. Well done. The carrot onto Snodgrass. Great start. Snodgrass smashes it home on his right foot, so that's 1-0. The substitute was made. He gets an assist. And we're 8 minutes in. We score a goal from nowhere, to be honest. I don't know how that one's crept in. It's all started from that free kick which they gave away. The build-up play was nice. They couldn't get too near us. The carrot there holding it up and playing it through. Smashed home on his weak foot. We'll take that. 1-0 up, 8 minutes in. Yeah, okay, we made a substitute, but we're winning the game. That's the main thing. Berardi still running forward, waiting for some sort of run. It's come from Snodgrass. He's going to give it a go. Smashes it. Saved by Ben Foster. And tried to be recovered, but couldn't quite keep hold of it. Snodgrass, though, still battling to try and win it back. And sadly, though, couldn't make anything more of that, but a decent strike from him. Dakara trying to stretch the West Brom defence. He's still going. Dakara with the shot saved again by the goalkeeper. No one was there to finish it off. Sadly, a great chance for us, though. Really good chance from Dakara, holding it up well. Half-time, winning the game 1-0. So at the moment, a good result. We're playing much better on the front foot. We really are dominating them quite a bit. Need a second goal, though. That's my only worry, that we've not got another goal. And we'll just hope that West Brom don't come back into this game, because at the moment we are controlling them quite nicely. We've managed to contain all their attacks. And really, it should be quite a straightforward second half. But you never know what can happen on this game, so we'll wait and see what happens. Dakara, fantastic hold-up play onto Snodgrass. The only thing that lets him down is his pace, as always. Our second change of the game, Barrow's going to come on. That means we'll take off Snodgrass. Again, try and get some more crosses in on that left-hand side. Struggling for pace, really, to break them down. Hopefully, Dakara can hold it up, try and get Barrow in behind the defence a little bit. We'll see what happens, though, in the next 30 minutes. Final change, Vieira's going to come on. That means we'll take off Lewis Cook and hopefully give us a bit more sort of energy in that midfield. And try and win back the ball a little bit better than what we're currently doing, because they're starting to get a bit more possession now, West Brom. Need to try and prevent that if we can. Oh, it's a fantastic pass. Neom with the strike. He takes it first time on his weak foot. No idea why. We won't complain because the keeper saves it quite comfortably. And we just managed to defend it. They opened us up really well there, West Brom. Fantastic job of it, to be fair to them. And there's 20 minutes for us to defend our lead at the moment. It's going to be a tough end to this game, I think. Oh, Roof's won it back off the defender. It's poor from him. Roof's still going on his left foot. Oh, rubbish shot. Saved by Foster really easily. A final chance maybe for West Brom here. It's a foul by Fabian Delph. Had to try and do something. He just gained a yard on me, sadly. Might be one that they take short. Oh, are they going to play this one short? They have done. And it's going to be smacked. Oh, saved by Bailey Pickup-Farrell. What a save that is as well. It's a really late chance. I think it's Craig Gardner that's hit it really well. Tony Pulis there. Can't believe it's been saved. What a hit that was. Thought it was flying in for a second. Need to still defend this final corner, though. Dakara, what are you doing? Going the wrong way? You've headed it the wrong way, but luckily our goalkeeper will save it. Surely that's it. And it is. We've won the game 1-0. Not the highest quality match ever, to be honest, but it was a hard-fought win. We've got the 3 points as well, which we need, obviously, after a few disappointing results recently. And yeah, our first win in 4 games, so we'll take that. That's 3 points added onto the board, and we'll wait and see what happens with the other results in the next few days. Okay, player injured. Chris Wood's out for 4 weeks. That's a month for him. Also, I think Berahino's out for, is it 2 or 3 months? Something like that. Berardi's emailed me saying, I don't know where this speculation at all come from. I haven't spoken to her in the press, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't feel like it's not that easy to fit in at every club. He is going to leave us anyway, basically. I'm not a huge fan of him in-game. He's doing alright for Leeds, actually, at the moment, in real life. Obviously playing at left-back for Charlie Taylor at the moment. But yeah, he's not a player I'm massively interested in keeping in the long term on this career, so he probably will leave in the summer because we don't really need him, to be honest. We'll try and either develop Louis Coyle or bring in another right back in that position, obviously. So yeah, we'll now move on to some more play drills. I'll change them around and I'll show you the players that I'll go with this week. Okay, these are the 5 drills I'm going to go with this week. Also introduce Morrison to play the other 2 drills, basically. So we'll wait and see how he does this week. He's 17 years old, nearly 60 overall, so hopefully in the next few weeks he can start to develop quite nicely for us. But no major growth again this week. We'll again look to change him at some point. But it might be that in the next couple of weeks we get some decent growth from some of those youngsters. Okay, so this is the current league table, the state of the current league table. We've got Arsenal actually 3 points behind us, but they played an extra game, so that's fine. Spurs, though, have got another game in hand over us. If they win, then they still are 2 points behind us. But now we've got this next match, the final game of the episode. It's against Newcastle. We're going to have to change around the team, obviously, because there's a few players that are tired. We are going to stick with this formation because it did quite well in that last game. And yeah, let's change around the team. Got a game against West Ham, I think, as well in a few days' time. So it'll probably be quite a weak team, this one. So this is the team I've gone with for the game against Newcastle. Got Bailey Pickett-Farrell starting in goal. Got Ainley at right back, Janssen, Lascelles and Angelino as my defenders. In front of that, Anderson, the centre-back's going to play there as a holding midfielder. He can't technically play there, but I'm going to give him a go there. And I've got Wilson as my centre-mid alongside Vieira. Saka on the right-hand side, Aaron's on the left with Armstrong starting up front. That's the bench I've gone with. Obviously, plenty of options on there if we need them. In attack, some different options, let's just put it that way, and we'll wait and see whether we need them or not. And yeah, let's hopefully get ourselves a nice win if we can. Wilson coming into the side's quite a nice one for us. Trying to develop him, 67 overall, looks really good. I think he's about 17 years old, so still very young, and quite hopeful for him as well to play quite a big part next season. And yeah, let's wait and find out how he gets on against the Geordies. Okay, here we go. We're at home for this match, the only home game of today's episode. We'll wait and see whether that helps us at all. Our performances haven't been fantastic yet, and we've still not looked to really outplay a team yet. West Brom made it difficult for us. We had to creep past them 1-0, and obviously we lost not so long back to Everton. So we'll wait and see what happens from this game. Hopefully not get anybody else injured. What a start. So I say there, injuring or nearly injuring one of our players 3 minutes in. Should probably be a booking as well, but the ref doesn't give it. Armstrong, halted up for Wilson brilliantly. Wilson, finishes it off. That might well be his debut for us, Wilson. Certainly, I think the first time we've started him in a game, and he smashes it home 9 minutes in. Similar sort of time to the last game, I think. Fantastic bit of play. Armstrong halted up well, doesn't really get challenged. That's a brilliant finish on his weaker left foot into the bottom right-hand corner. And we're winning the game 1-0. Fantastic strike from Wilson. Hopefully that can continue. Armstrong bursting through the defence. No one can beat him. Armstrong can't beat the goalkeeper, though. Frustrating was that we could have really put the pressure on Newcastle with the second goal. That would have really helped us out. 20 minutes in. Hasn't quite happened, although we did manage to open them up very easily. Much easier than I was expecting. Come on, that's got to be a yellow card now. That's two challenges. Two challenges like that. About time he books him as well. He could be sent off 22 minutes in at this point. Oh, it's off the bar. Fantastic chance for Newcastle. It's the first chance of the game as well. A few minutes before half-time. Scoops that one onto the bar. Probably should have hit it a bit more cleaner than that. But Wilson now running through at the other end. Armstrong still has it. Come on. Couldn't play that pass through to Wilson. Didn't let me. And that might be our final opportunity to try and get ourselves another goal before half-time. That's it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. Need to add to that scoreline. I've got a feeling Newcastle are going to make it much more tricky for us going into the second half. We won't make any changes. Or it looks like they might have. Have they taken off Tate? Might have actually. After his, interesting first half. Let's put it like that. Could have easily been sent off. Yeah, he has been taken off as a precaution, and that means that they won't go down to 10 men now, basically. Okay, first two changes now. Jermaine Beckford and Calvin Phillips coming on. Wilson and Aarons are going to come off. Wilson coming off just because he's quite tired now, starting to slow down. He's looked really good, though, to be fair to him. 17 years old, he can play in quite a few different positions, and he's done a decent job for us. He's currently obviously got the goal that has put us in front at the moment, so he's currently doing really well. Aaron's coming off as well, and that means Phillips will slot into midfield. Armstrong on the left-hand side with Beckford up front. It might be that we take off Armstrong at some point, bring on a proper winger, but for now we'll just make those two changes. Beckford onto Armstrong. It's a fantastic pass from Beckford. He's not played for us in a little while. Hopefully he can produce something here, or try to anyway. Vieira looking into Armstrong, falls for Beckford. Can he find a shot? He does, but it was a tight one. It gets blocked as well. Calvin Phillips, again looking for Jermaine Beckford, and that's gone to the wrong player, and he was shot basically. Yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, final change. Smith is going to come on for us. Vieira will come off now. He's booked. And we're going to go to 5 at the back. We're going to go 5-3-2 to try and protect this lead. If Chelsea can do it, then hopefully we can. We'll wait and see what happens. Armstrong's going to play midfield, because why not? I mean, it would make more sense with Sacco, but we'll hit them on the break, hopefully. 13 minutes left. I'm actually genuinely worried that we won't hold on to this. I think Newcastle are starting to play much better now. So that's obviously why I've made that change, to hopefully try and combat that. Let's wait and see what happens. There's about 10 minutes left of this game. Oh, it's a great pass. They've opened us up. Oh, just past the post. And that will be a corner, in fact. It must have deflected out. And everyone is up. Everyone is also back forward as well. So short one. Beckford doing a bad job of the defence. And falls for, not too sure who it was there, but he blasts over, luckily. Armstrong trying to play it to Smith. He's going to look now for Sacco. Going to wait for this run from Beckford. Doesn't have much pace, but he's got fresh legs. Jermaine Beckford still running through. Can he get the win? Why is it the left foot? Why is it always the left foot? He's not left-footed. He's right-footed. Let me take it with that foot. Let me score the goal. Ugh. Once we kick this up, it should be the end of the game here. There's 3 minutes been added on. Can we get ourselves another 1-0 win? I know it's not a fantastic scoreline, but it's a win. 3 points in the bag again for us. We obviously got the 1-0 win against West Brom. Now we get a 1-0 win against Newcastle. Should have been more. The stats say it all, really. We've actually beaten them on possession. That very rarely happens. So yeah, we certainly deserve to win that one by more, I think. But yeah, let's wait and see now what the league table says. It seems like Tottenham have lost to Man City, so they just keep on helping us out. We keep on letting them back in, and we have done over this sort of the start of this episode and the end of last episode. But they just keep on refusing to challenge for the league title. So if they don't want to, that's up to them. But now that means they'll be 5 points behind if they were to win their next game. Arsenal now are 6 points behind, so we're still kind of running away with this, despite us dropping quite a few points recently. So imagine if we hadn't dropped the points against Everton, obviously with a draw there, and then losing to Leicester and Man City. We were miles ahead if that was the case, but it's not, and there is still time for us to slip up. But there's 4 games left. Hopefully we can try and win those next 4 games to try and win the Premier League with Leeds. It's not going to be a record tally. Most amount of points we can get is 80 now, so yeah, it's not a massive total, but we'll take it if it happens. That is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.